If you're the type of person who gets easily frustrated, lacks enough patience, or even gets a little too intimidated to get involved in any physical activity, well, today let me tell you a little more about my new challenge, so stay tuned.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hi everybody, so today let me talk to you more about my new challenge. I'm pretty sure you've seen some of them already. So it's called How to Superset at Home. For those of you who get easily frustrated and impatient when it comes to getting involved in any type of physical activity or movement routine, one of the best ways for you to get introduced or reintroduced into it is actually to be able to begin exercising. One of the reasons why I chose supersets as another challenge for everyone to begin doing is pretty much because of the simplicity of it. Now, if you are not familiar with how a superset goes, supersets are basically putting 2 exercises. Now, what you do is to perform exercise number 1 first, finish the recommended number of repetitions, after which you'll be doing exercise number 2, and then finish the recommended number of repetitions for exercise 2, and then go back to exercise 1, and then do exercise 2, and so on and so forth until you finish the recommended number of sets. Because of the simplicity of a superset, we get to hit our goal of being reintroduced into a physical activity and getting ourselves back on track into any movement regimen. Some of you out there may think that doing a superset for the day is something way too simple for you, but actually supersets are also created to challenge you. Now, why would I say that? That's because when you engage in a superset, you are required to really be able to minimize your rest periods. That's why a lot of supersets are actually created to work different muscle groups. So let me just give you a simple example to it. So let's say I work on my quads, which are the front of my leg. I am technically required, in classic way of doing a superset, to work on the back of my leg, which are the hamstrings. But initially, you can do that type of superset, a classic superset, but if you would like to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can do 2 exercises that still work the same type of muscle group. It all depends on your perception, really, of how to get involved in a superset type of exercise regimen. You already know a superset is simple yet challenging. Another thing about a superset is really the fact that you can easily perform most of these exercises. I will be sharing most of these movement routines with you in a way that I know you will be able to easily follow each and every one of them. Now, let me share with you just a snippet of advice when it comes to getting involved with any movement routine or any physical exercise, especially when you see them online. Now, I have been repeatedly telling you about simplicity and being able to easily follow most of the movement routines. I believe that most of the exercises that you should be able to engage in are those that you can easily be able to perform. What's a little bit frustrating about most of the physical activities that you are able to access online is the fact that some of them are a little way too complicated, a little bit too complex, And the fact of the matter is, some of these people who release these types of exercises claim and tell you that those types of exercises are the only ways for you to be able to reach your fitness goal. As a fitness professional, it's a little bit frustrating for me to see some of these online physical activities and exercise programs and completely telling everyone that they're the end all and be all, and if you're not going to be able to perform any of the exercises that they recommend to you, then you're doomed. That's the type of thinking that I would like to share with each and every one of you. A lot of the impatience and the frustration and the intimidation comes from these types of exercise programs that come out there. I still think it's best for you to begin from the bottom to the top. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you should be engaging in exercises that are way too complicated. I still believe in the fact that everyone should really begin their journey into something simple and then gradually progress into something a little bit more challenging than they're used to. What happens these days is the fact that people recommend things that aren't really apt for each individual. So what I'm trying to tell you is, simple will always be something that you can begin with, something that you can easily adjust to, and something that will always be apt for you, especially when you're only beginning your journey or when you're reintroducing yourself to that journey that you were able to begin way long ago and that you like to finish. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, please don't be shy and don't hesitate. Just write those down in the sections below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it, so you'll be notified every time we release any new videos. Alright everybody, so I hope you all have a good day, and remember, it's never too late to move.